Why am I so weird? Hello, welcome to another corner of my office. It's freezing. If you guys are here for a magic video, this is not a magic video day. I said before that I would be posting some non-magic videos on Fridays and Saturdays. These days are just free days for me to create whatever silliness I want to. I initially started this channel just to have videos of memories and things that I do that I think are fun that I don't want to forget about, just to talk about how I'm feeling so that I can come back later and see, you know, how far I've come and what things have changed. So I'm starting that right now. This has been a highly requested video, more than anything else I've ever done, and it is always a hot topic no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, and that is my hair. Everyone always has questions about the mop. I've even missed buses and social functions because on my way there someone was like, oh, your hair, let's talk about it. And I'm like, okay, I like to spend time talking to strangers, I'll do that, and then I'll be late for work, no big deal. But I'm going to answer all your questions now, and I'll give you a little bit of history about what's going on up here. Hopefully everybody will have a better understanding of my hair and hair culture. I'm gonna answer a bunch of questions at once just in this story. Why I decided to have dreadlocks or why I decided to lock my hair. Now I do have dreadlocks. This is a naked one here. It doesn't have anything on it at all. I left two unwrapped so that I could wrap them, just so that people could see how I did it. It's a very common practice. A lot of people do it. They just don't use different colors, and that's why you can't tell. Have you ever gone down to the shore and seen people getting those like little hair wraps? I'm gonna put a picture up here so you can see those little hair wraps that you get during the summer. That's what this is. It's very common. I decided that I wanted dreadlocks when I was probably about 10 or 11 years old. My aunt Judy has dreadlocks and they were so beautiful, and she would put all kinds of like magical beads and sparkles and like glitter in her hair. This was in like the late 80s, early 90s, and she just looked so magical to me, and that just like changed how I wanted everything. I thought she looked like a magical woman from another realm, and I was like, that's how I want to be. I want to grow up and be a magical woman from another realm. I want children to see me and be like, wow. And I thought that was the ultimate. She just looked so ethereal to me, and I was like, okay, when I'm 30 years old, I'm gonna get dreadlocks. And the funny thing is, I did. I've always prided myself on knowing who I was and being okay with change and accepting things that happen in my life and just melding that into my life. And the fact that 10-year-old Chanda and 30-year-old Chanda had the same idea was pretty cool to me. So it's one of those TV moments where you have a really bad breakup and you're like, all right, I'm shaving my head, I'm changing my life. It just so happened to coincide with my 30th birthday. So about 5 days before my 30th birthday, I shaved my head. I don't have any bald head pictures, but I do have some super short cropped hair pictures that I'll sit up here. So I shaved my head, I started twisting my hair, and I shaved the sides. I have a mohawk. My hair just grows right in the middle of my head. I've had a mohawk for probably like 15 years. I loved Grace Jones when I was a kid, and you know, Grace Jones meets Magical Woman. It just made a lot of sense to me to have different hair than everyone else. Not because I was trying to like prove anything or, you know, be super different, because I just liked it. That's just what I liked. And I've never had a problem with doing exactly what I like doing. So how long have I had dreadlocks? I've had dreadlocks for 6 years now. I'm 36, shaved my head a little bit before 30, and so this is 6 years of growth. They come right about to the top of my belly button. And they spring up when I wash them and everything because I am a black folk. How long does it take? Okay, so if I take them all out, wash it, dry it, and put them all in, that would take me all day. That would be about 12 hours. Taking it out takes 2 hours, and putting it in takes about 2 hours. If I don't do anything else. In one sitting, it takes about 5 hours. There's like 8 of the questions. Do you have dreadlocks? Do you have locks? Yeah, I do. I do have locks. This is just yarn wrapped around my locks. You can see my hair beneath because sometimes I don't wrap it that tight, but I really don't mind that, you know. My point is just that I want to look at my head and see what I want. I am not a perfectionist. Favorite color that I've ever had? Okay, I really like the pastel rainbow. because to me it looks delicious, and I like when things look delicious. I like food scented things, I like candy scented things, I like candy motifs. Pastel colors are very calming for me, they're very soothing, or my smell association with pastels is just very pleasant and very soft and comforting, and so I do like having pastel hair. I do like having mint, and I do really enjoy having like a dark green, a forest green. Green is usually my favorite color to have in my hair anyway. So I've had loads of different colors of hair. I'll probably just throw them all up here, like in some little areas where you can see them because I've changed it hundreds of times. I do like change. Do I ever get fed up? Okay, so sometimes when I'm doing my hair, my son will be very needy and like I'll set him up next to me with like toys and snacks and food and all kinds of fun things to do, and I'll still like be talking to him and hanging out with him, but sometimes he gets really upset, starts flipping out, and then the dogs are running around, and it's just a lot to do. And yeah, I get really frustrated sometimes because I'll be working on it for a couple of hours, and then I'll have to stop and cook food and give baths to people and take dogs to go pee and then do all these things, and then it's like midnight and only half of my head is done and I have to go somewhere at 9 a.m. in the morning. So every once in a while it does get really frustrating because life happens, You can just call me bougie, and I just don't want to go outside with my hair half done. Don't be mad at me because I like to get dressed up to do everything. So how do you do it? Alright, so I'm going to give you a really super quick tutorial on how I do my hair. So I just get regular yarn from Michaels or AC Moore, or I have a lot of recycled yarn or yarn that I get from estate sales. I like to get this nice thick yarn. See? This stuff I just fold in half once. Any other kind of yarn that's thinner, I have to have like 4 or 6 strands of it to do it. I'm going to hold it like this on my finger. I'm gonna pull my dread out. Where you at, girl? There you are. I go to the top of my dread, right here, before it actually gets like to a dread. I can put my finger right at the top, as close to my scalp as I can get. I put one side of the yarn in there, pull it through like I'm threading a needle, and then I just pull it really close to my scalp. I wrap one around the top till I get it close to my scalp and then have it tight on there. And then I put the 2 strands together and I just spin it around the dread for a long time. Twist it around, and this is what I do for each one of my dreadlocks. People are always talking about like, oh my gosh, that's such a commitment. Like I would never want to do that. I would never feel like doing that. More power to you. That takes so long. I don't have the patience, blah, blah. And I'm like, if it's something that you want, you're just going to do it no matter what it is. For some people, for a lot of people, hair isn't a big deal, and that's fine. And that's because it's not a priority to them. I'm not worried about having designer clothing or designer handbags. I don't care about that kind of thing. I don't care about sports. Sports are not my priority, but my hair to me is my priority. So I spend a lot of time on it. I'm going for a certain look, and so I'm just gonna do it, Like having yarn wrapped hair is something that's unique and it's fun, and I can have any hair color that I want. Go to Joann's and look at the yarn section, and there are just hundreds of gorgeous colors, just hundreds of colors, and they can all be my hair, and that's just a wonderful thing to me. How do you have the confidence to wear your hair the way that you do? I'm trying to think about how to say this without sounding like snotty or weird or just like condescending or jerky, because I feel like I come across that way when I talk about confidence sometimes, because I really for me there is a disconnect between what I think and what other people think, and I think that that's something that is unique to me, and not just to me, but it's a unique feature for a lot of people I know. I just could not give a damn about what anybody thinks about my appearance, like anybody. I've been in relationships before where people have made a comment about what I was wearing, about how my hair looked, about my earrings, and I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, and I'm like, really? Then it was over, and that was it. Because my package that I am presenting to the world is something that I'm proud of, and it's 100% me. And if someone can't accept that, I don't need them. And that's it, that's it. We only have one life to live. I know how corny it sounds, but it's true. So something as simple as my appearance, I'm gonna be exactly what I want. As people who are in alternative lifestyle, who have these beautiful creative appearances, I think it's important for us to show kids that this is okay, this is fun, this is something that you can also do. Because there are so many parents who will tell their children that they can't do that. You can't get an earring. You can't wear your hair like that. You can't have a mohawk. Why? because you don't want to, okay, cool, you don't. But let your kid express themselves. Because if you make someone feel like what they like is wrong or what they see as beautiful is not beautiful, they're going to suppress those feelings and they're going to end up hiding true parts of themselves that are gorgeous and that should be shared with everybody. And that's all. I hope that answered everyone's questions about my hair, guys. I keep burping. Thank you guys for joining me on this lovely rainy Saturday. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or you can follow me on, I'm just brandishing scissors. Like, I am Mint Fairy on every platform. Have a wonderful day.